They say life begins at 40, but for the chosen ones, this is more than just a saying, it is a spiritual awakening. It is the moment when everything starts to make sense, when the struggles of the past reveal their purpose, and when the soul finally steps into the destiny it was always meant to fulfill. For those who have always felt different, for those who have walked paths few dared to tread, for those who have endured pain and challenges that others could never fathom, this is your truth. Your journey has not been random. The obstacles you have faced, the loneliness you have felt, the hardships that have tested your soul, they were never punishments. They were the fires of transformation, refining you into the person you were always meant to become. At 40, something remarkable happens. The puzzle pieces of your life, once scattered and confusing, begin to fall into place. The experiences that once felt like burdens now reveal themselves as lessons, each one shaping you into a being of profound wisdom and strength. The illusions of the world, the distractions that once held you captive, start to crumble. In their place, a new reality emerges, one rooted in truth, self-awareness, and purpose. This isn't just about age. It's about transformation. Society tells us that youth is where life happens, but in reality, youth is just the preparation stage. The trials of your younger years, the moments of self-doubt, the endless search for meaning, all of it was necessary to bring you to this moment. Because at 40, you are no longer searching. You are finding. For many chosen ones, the early years of life are filled with struggle. You may have felt like an outsider, misunderstood by those around you. Your thoughts, your dreams, and your way of seeing the world may have always been different. While others were content following the rules, fitting into the mold, you felt an urge to break free, to seek something more, something deeper. But the world was not always kind to that search. It tried to force you into submission, to make you believe that you were wrong for being different. You may have spent years trying to conform, trying to silence the voice inside you that whispered that you were meant for something greater. You may have pursued careers, relationships, and material success, believing that these things would bring you fulfillment. But with each achievement, with each milestone society told you to chase, you felt more empty, not less. That emptiness was never a failure. It was a sign that your soul was rejecting the superficial and calling you towards something greater. And then, something shifts. By the time you reach 40, the need for validation disappears. You no longer seek approval from the world, because you finally understand your own worth. The expectations that once weighed you down begin to fade, replaced by a deeper knowing that you were never meant to follow the rules. You were meant to rewrite them. This is the moment when you stop chasing and start attracting. In your younger years, you may have felt like you had to constantly prove yourself, to work harder, to be smarter, to earn your place in the world. But at 40, you realize that what is meant for you will come to you when you step into your true power. You no longer need to force things, to beg for love, or to struggle for success. You begin to trust the flow of life, and as you do, opportunities, relationships, and abundance start gravitating toward you effortlessly. There is a deep, magnetic energy that emerges at this stage of life. The struggles of the past have sharpened your intuition, making you more attuned to the unseen forces that guide you. You begin to notice the signs, the synchronicities, the way the universe conspires to lead you exactly where you need to be. People start noticing you in a way they never did before, not because you are trying to be seen, but because your energy demands attention. This is the power of wisdom. When you are young, the world may not recognize your depth. You may feel overlooked, unheard, invisible. But as you age, your presence alone begins to speak louder than words. You no longer need to explain yourself, to defend your choices, to seek validation from those who do not understand your journey. Your energy does the talking, and those who are meant to be in your life will feel drawn to it. There is also an undeniable peace that comes with this transformation. The battles of the past have taught you what is truly worth fighting for and what is not. You stop engaging in meaningless conflicts. You no longer waste energy on people who drain you or situations that do not serve your highest good. The toxic cycles that once trapped you lose their power, and you find yourself walking away with no regrets, no guilt, just clarity. This newfound peace allows you to focus on what truly matters. Your relationships deepen, but only with those who are truly aligned with you. The people who once made you doubt yourself begin to fade from your life, replaced by connections that nourish your soul. Love, whether romantic or platonic, becomes more authentic. You no longer settle for half-hearted relationships or conditional acceptance. You embrace those who see you fully, wholly, and without pretense. And then something even more profound happens. You begin to understand your purpose. The years of wandering, of searching for meaning, were never a waste. They were preparing you for this moment. At 40, your calling becomes clear. The gifts you have always had, the intuition, the insight, the ability to see beyond the surface, suddenly make sense. You realize that you were never meant to follow the ordinary path. You were meant to be a guide, a leader, a light for others who are still lost in the darkness. This is why so many chosen ones experience a spiritual awakening around this time. The veil of illusion lifts, and you begin to see the world as it truly is, not as it was taught to you, but as your soul always knew it to be. You start to trust yourself in ways you never did before. The doubts that once plagued you, the fears that once held you back, dissolve into nothingness. Because now, you remember who you are. This isn't the end of the journey. It's only the beginning. Life at 40 isn't about slowing down, it's about finally living with intention. It's about embracing the power you have always had but were too distracted to see. It's about stepping fully into the life that was always meant for you, without fear, without hesitation, without compromise. If this message resonates with you, it's because your soul is ready. Ready to embrace the next level of your journey. Ready to let go of everything that no longer serves you. Ready to step into the life you were always meant to live. And if you feel this shift happening within you, know that you are not alone. You are part of a greater awakening, a movement of souls who are rising into their power at exactly the right moment. So, take a deep breath. Let the past go. Trust in what is unfolding. Because for the chosen ones, life doesn't begin at 40, it transforms. This is not arrogance. This is the power of a soul that has endured, evolved, and embraced its true essence. Something extraordinary happens when you reach a certain stage in life, when you've walked through fire, been tested by trials, and emerged not just intact, but stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your deepest self. By the time you reach 40, the illusions you once clung to begin to fade. You see yourself and the world with greater clarity. You no longer waste energy proving yourself to those who will never understand your journey. You no longer seek validation in external places because you have found something far more powerful: inner peace, self-mastery, and a deep trust in your own path. You begin to notice how your relationship with solitude changes. In your younger years, there may have been moments when the thought of being alone felt unbearable. You filled the silence with distractions, constant noise, superficial friendships, and meaningless relationships. Anything to escape the discomfort of being alone with your own thoughts. Society conditions people to believe that solitude is something to be feared, something that should be avoided at all costs. But then, something shifts. By the time you step into the full power of your being, you no longer fear being alone. In fact, you embrace it. Solitude becomes your sanctuary, a space for reflection, creativity, and profound self-discovery. You no longer need external company to feel whole because you have cultivated a rich inner world. You realize that true peace comes from within, not from being surrounded by people who do not align with your soul. You stop chasing connections that drain your energy or make you feel unseen. You choose quality over quantity in every aspect of your life, especially in your relationships. Instead of fearing loneliness, you recognize its gift. It filters out those who were never meant to stay, leaving only those who truly resonate with your essence. And because you are no longer afraid of being alone, you naturally attract people who match your vibration, those who uplift, inspire, and honor your presence. As your mind and soul evolve, you also begin to release the heavy burdens of your past. The wounds, disappointments, betrayals, and heartbreaks that once defined you start to lose their grip. There was a time when you carried them like chains, reliving old pain and replaying past failures in your mind. But now, you understand that holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. You refuse to be weighed down by bitterness. Instead, you make a powerful choice to let go. Not because what happened didn't matter, but because your peace matters more. Forgiveness is not about excusing those who wronged you. It is about liberating yourself from the prison of the past. You come to see every experience, even the painful ones, as part of your transformation. Each moment of hardship shaped you into the person you are today, molding you into someone who is not just stronger, but wiser, more resilient, and more attuned to your divine purpose. You shift your focus from what went wrong to what you learned. With this realization, a profound sense of freedom washes over you. You are no longer shackled by regret. Instead, you stand in the present moment, fully aware that your best days are still ahead. This awakening also changes your understanding of success. For years, you may have measured success by the expectations imposed by society. Maybe you thought it meant climbing the corporate ladder, making a certain amount of money, or achieving status in the eyes of others. But at this stage in life, you recognize something far more important. Success is not about external validation. It is about inner fulfillment. For some, success might be having a mansion and a fleet of luxury cars. But for you, it is peace of mind. It is waking up without anxiety, doing work that nourishes your soul, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. It is about freedom, the ability to live life on your terms, without fear, without pressure, and without the need to impress anyone. You stop comparing yourself to others because you know that your journey is uniquely yours. You stop chasing the illusion of happiness through material possessions and start focusing on what truly brings you joy. This shift is powerful. It allows you to step fully into a life of authenticity, where every decision you make aligns with your deepest truth. One of the greatest transformations that happens is that you stop explaining yourself. In your younger years, you might have felt the need to justify your choices, seeking approval from family, friends, or even strangers. You wanted people to understand why you made certain decisions, why you walked away from things that no longer served you, why you chose a different path. But by now, you understand that not everyone is meant to see your vision, and that's perfectly okay. You no longer waste time convincing people to understand you. You no longer dilute your truth to make others comfortable. You move forward with certainty, embracing the power of silence and action rather than words. The need for validation disappears because you are secure in yourself. You do what feels right for you, and if others don't understand, that's their burden, not yours. This level of self-assurance is incredibly liberating. It allows you to channel your energy into your growth, your happiness, and your purpose. Along with this newfound clarity, you also begin to experience something miraculous: financial and spiritual abundance. For many chosen ones, financial success does not come easily in the early years. You may have struggled, faced instability, or found it difficult to align your purpose with prosperity. But by 40, a shift takes place. You no longer chase money. You align with it. You understand that wealth is not just about working harder. It is about energy, vibration, and divine alignment. The more you step into your purpose, the more abundance flows effortlessly into your life. You stop making financial decisions from a place of fear or desperation. Instead, you make them from a place of wisdom, trust, and faith. Money becomes a tool, not an obsession. You cultivate wealth in ways that feel natural and sustainable, knowing that true prosperity is a balance of material and spiritual abundance. At this stage, you begin to live a life of harmony and fulfillment. You recognize that everything is happening in divine timing, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are no longer bound by societal expectations or past limitations. Instead, you are walking fully in your power. If this message spoke to your soul, let us know by typing 1111 in the comments. Not only does this confirm that you are on this path, but it also attracts divine alignment into your life. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this journey is only just beginning. You are not late. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. Your time is now. Stay strong, stay wise, and until next time, keep walking the path of the chosen one. Thank you for watching.